the price of the bike, the MSRP, is $18,699, which is $1,300 less than the 2024 model. So we are saving some money. So we went from more or less 20 grand down to $18,700. Now, $1,300 is still a pretty good savings. I don't think that's anything to really, say, it's not enough. No, I think it's actually a pretty decent amount, especially when you get into the paint color options. And this is kind of where you can trade off on that. Basically, you get some really cool paint options or a really, really cool custom one that Harley is now offering on this model. So when you think about it, the price reduction is definitely a positive thing. However, the bonus colors are even better with all those additional changes, which I'm going to mention very soon. So color-wise, we have Billiard Gray, which is the standard color. And the thing I want to note, the tank badge has been changed this year, and it looks really, really good. It actually looks especially good on Vivid Black, which is going to cost you guys an additional $625, which is, still pretty reasonable. And to be honest, the Vivid Black, I mean, it looks so good, especially with the changes that they made to the bike. One of those changes is that the powertrain is all blacked out now, so it looks really, really good in Vivid Black. It's basically, well, the only thing you really need to change on it would be the mufflers on the bike, which are still a polished aluminum, I believe. And so if we could get some black slip-ons onto that, maybe some aftermarket ones, this thing would look super, super sharp. So Vivid Black, definitely a great option. However, Brilliant Red, an additional $1,000. And to be completely honest with you guys, when we look at Vivid Black as being a base model color and Brilliant Red actually an upgrade from Vivid Black, when we look at the old colors, there's not a lot of us are too happy about Billiard Gray being a base model color now. So when we're comparing the original base color of Vivid Black, it's pretty reasonable. $375 addition to upgrade to the Brilliant Red, I think is pretty reasonable from the Vivid Black base price. So Brilliant Red definitely looks really, really sharp. And again, that tank badge really fits well on this bike this year. I'm hoping that they keep this tank badge around for quite some time into the foreseeable future. However, this is the custom color that you guys have been waiting for, Mystic Shift, an additional $1,200. Now, I think that's pretty reasonable because it's only $200 more than the Brilliant Red. And, well, 200 plus the 375 is 575, if my math is correct. So compared to Vivid Black, it's pretty reasonable. It's about double the price. However, Mystic Shift is absolutely crazy. This paint supposedly goes from a dark gunmetal to purple to blue, and, wait for it, even orange, supposedly, when out in the bright sunlight. Now, this is something that Harley claimed on their website. I haven't personally seen the bike, both inside and outside the dealership to really compare and confirm this. However, the dark gunmetal, I would say that's kind of hard to see because when I've looked at the paint very briefly, I haven't really looked at it a whole lot, the blue and the purple elements definitely stand out, and the metal flake definitely stands out as well. However, the big change for the Sportster S this year is not the paint options. It is what I just mentioned a minute ago, the blacked out powertrain. Harley finally listened. They got rid of that bronze. I absolutely hated the bronze, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me on this, that the bike looks so much better. And of course, you've also got some red accenting on there with the letters. And on the left side of the bike, we also have something that I personally requested, which is red spark plug wires. Spark plug wire cables there. They are red and really, really suits the bike. This is also on another model that Harley came out with this here. And it definitely adds a nice punch of color, not too much, just a little bit. Really ties in well with the bike. So